Hi, my name is Neha Lohia. I am a filmmaker. I am originally from India, and I now live in New York. My last film was Yashodhara, the Buddha's wife, which received a lot of acclaim and recognition and still touring the world. Personally, I recognize myself as a meditator and an artist, a creator who loves to create, and film is one of my favorite mediums to create. Hope for me is a constant state of presence, I would say. I know typically in dictionary terms, hope means to have expectation for something to happen, for something good or bad, or something to happen. Usually it's good, right? That's what we expect. So in the dictionary terms, hope is always seen as an expectation fulfillment mechanism. In my life, the way I've seen it in my life of past 40 years, hope for me has been a constant state of presence, because it's like an attunement with your own higher self, knowing that things are taken care of, that you'd be taken care of, that everything's sort of taken care of, and that it shows up at the right moment when you need it. So that for me is hope, a constant state of presence. It's I would say resilience is life revealing itself as life. It's like so many times life gives us a choice to show who we are made of, to come out completely, to recognize the inherent strengths that we've been endowed with, the gifts, the things that we carry from the universe, I would say, God, Goddess, whatever name you call it. And for me, resilience is, like I said, life giving us an opportunity to really live. We can choose to break down, but that's the turning point. That's what resilience is saying. Okay, I can grow. Okay, I can come over this. Okay, I can do this. Okay, I can do this over and over and over again. No matter how exhausting, no matter how tiring, no matter how many times it brings you to that point when you're down on your knees. But each time I personally have been down on my knees, I've taken that opportunity to bow my head down lower and to pray, to surrender. Each time life got me down to knees, I use that as an opportunity to pray. So for me, resilience is life giving me an opportunity to reveal itself. I would have to say it's my mom. As a woman, I come from India, and I have seen the struggles that she's been through. And even before my birth, I think even my dad, like my parents, I would say, are the most resilient. My dad's no more, but I think I come off all of that they've been through. Today I sit here in front of you, it's because of their resilience and their courage. And I say this with conviction, especially like about my dad. When I was born, I was like 1 month old, and he was thrown out of his own house, his own family, and he had to restart with a 1 month old baby and a wife. And he did it all over again. There were times when I've seen financial troubles, I've seen career troubles, I've seen him go through crazy things. Although I was very little, I was 8, 9, 10-year-old perhaps, but I've seen him smile through all of it, and his creativity, his wisdom, have him sail through, which are gifts that even I carry. And as far as my mom goes, in India, women are repressed at every particular level. It's a very patriarchal society. You grow up under the shadow of your father, and then in the shadow of your husband, and then you carry forward in the shadow of your son. And for my mom to have stood strong and said, no, I'm going to get education for my daughter. I'm going to make sure she can speak in English. She can communicate with the world. She can sit today in a place like America, in New York, and talk to this worldwide group of audiences. It's all thanks to my mom. It's her resilience. And you can only imagine the kind of strength it must have taken for her to battle through all of that, to have her children reach this stage. So that's who I am very grateful for, and I take my strength from them. So yeah. Like I said, hope for me is a state of constant presence. And in that realm of presence, I wish for all of us to sort of recognize this presence that we live in, recognize that we are taken care of. I have a spiritual teacher, and he once told me one thing. I was cribbing and complaining, and I was saying, oh, I don't have this, and I don't have that, and I don't have this best relation and the best bank account balance and this and that. And then he said, okay, we were traveling in an auto rickshaw in India at that time. He said, how much do you think the auto fare is going to cost us? I said, maybe like $2. I said, okay. And when we get down, how much do you think that entry ticket to that park is going to cost us? I said, yeah, maybe another $2 or $3. And he made me calculate like that, how much I'm going to need that day. And it came to about $20 that I needed that day. And then he made me ask, how much do you have in your pocket right now? I said, I have $200. And in that moment, he made me realize that in every given moment, we always have more than what we need. It's just that our greed always wants us to accumulate a lot more than we actually need. And the minute we recognize this, there is this sense of peace and gratitude that sort of, embraces us. And I think that's beautiful. I hope that we recognize this. I hope we recognize how in each moment, hope really comes through. She does come through. She does stay there like a state of constant presence in our lives, whether it's through diseases, through heartbreaks, through financial challenges, through our education, through our career growth, through everything that we want to do in life, do and be and contribute back to life. It's there like a state of constant presence, and the more we embrace it, the more she comes about fully. And it allows us to access that realm of life which is unexplored. And that's my hope and my wish, that we all tap into that reserve, tap into that dimension of this presence of hope, which helps us create and contribute back to this beautiful world. So that's my hope.